Hi everyone, my name is Pritha Nandita, as you all know, and this is my very first video after a while since I've been posting on YouTube. And as you can tell by the title, it's something different, something new, and something I have never done before. And I've decided to do this, to try this new genre, because I just thought that a lot of you guys might need a little helping hand onto how to face a student burnout through emotional intelligence. So let's get on to the video. Now, I think most of you guys are aware about burnout, especially for you students going through a burnout. It's like a daily activity that we go through now, especially now that the pandemic hits us and we go through online studying method, and where all the assignments just keep on coming, that it becomes a pile of mountain of assignments. And I think that's where the burnout starts to hit in. So if I were to simplify what a burnout is, before that, if I were to ask you guys, when people say, I go through a burnout, what do you think goes on in your mind a burnout is? Like, in your opinion, what's a burnout? What's that one word that describes a burnout to you guys? Because if I were to share a little of what a burnout is, it's a state of physical or emotional exhaustion that also involves a sense of reduced accomplishment and also loss of personal identity. So basically, a burnout is a state of emotional exhaustion in which a person goes through whenever they feel like they've gone through a lot of schedules, done a lot of things, activities, and they feel like this mental exhaustion that's stopping them from accomplishing what they're trying to accomplish, where they stop and get lost in direction, not sure where to go, not sure what to do, and even sometimes lost in identity. So, now that we know what a burnout is, what do you think the cause of it? Now here, I have listed out some causes of a burnout, which some of you guys may have already know. Student burnout usually is caused by too much assignments. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning, teachers have their own way on teaching, and some have their method by giving assignments to their students. And especially during online classes nowadays, the biggest key to knowing that the student understand the material is by giving assignments, to make sure that what they taught to us is already understand enough by the students, is already acknowledged by the students. But as time passes by, I think I've seen teachers giving way too much assignments than it should, that some students gets pressured, that students just can't control, don't know which to prioritize, which to get done first. So that leads into a packed up schedule that they cannot organize well, that they could not manage well. So when they have a packed up schedules, they tend to worry. And that worry sometimes could be over worrying. Like, they would over worry about, what if I can't accomplish this assignment? What would happen if I didn't submit it on time? What would happen if this assignment that I'm doing right now, the result of this is a bad score? What would happen if my teachers know that I'm not doing well with my assignments? What would my friend react? How would my friend react to me who's not doing well in my schoolwork? So this stages is the cause of a student burnout. And one thing also, it could also be because of individual problems, like a problem within the family, a problem within one friend, or even a problem within their girlfriend or boyfriend, which could also support this burnout to appear in a student mind and a student state of emotion. So these are the causes that commonly found to make one burnout to happen in a person, in an individual. So when this happens, what should we do to cope with it? What should we do to reduce this burnout, to calm it down, and just to stay away from that burnout aisle? So here are some tips that I've listed out here on my presentation. And on the very top, there's self-discovery. So what's a self-discovery? Here, it's very important to discover yourself, to discover your potential, your passion, what you're willing to do, what your goal is. Because once you have discovered what you want to, you'll be able to know which path to take, which path to focus on that leads you to your goals. As an example, if you're about to go for a hangout with your friends, you have to know where to go. You have to know your destinations in order for you to be able to choose a road to go to choose the perfect road, to choose the right road that leads you faster to this destination. That's the same thing as self-discovery. You have to be able to discover what your passion is, what your goal is, what your potentials are, in order to be able to find the right path for you to then develop yourself. So on the second list, we have self-development. What I meant here by self-development is developing your potentials. So once you've finally discovered your goals, your potential, your passion, you have to be able to develop it. You have to know how to develop and grow that potential into something bigger. So when the next day you wake up, you're one step closer to achieving your dreams, achieving your goals, achieving your passion. As an example, you have a dream to be an actress. So what do you do to reach that goal of yours? So obviously you have to learn, take acting lessons, acting classes. That's a development. So you develop your acting skills in order for you to be an actress. So that's an example of self-development. Now that you've reached the level of self-development, you're gonna have to learn to manage yourself. Self-management. So here, you gotta learn how to manage your schedule, manage your priorities, manage yourself, really just manage. Prioritize the things you need to do. There's a mistake here within what people do. People tend to prioritize their schedule instead of scheduling their priority. So really think thoroughly, elaborate more, like what's your number one priority in order to reach that goal. So you got to manage that. And once you're able to manage that, you'll be aware of yourself. You'll be aware of your value, of your worth. You'll start to know that you have a potential, and that's your main key to success. That's the thing that's going to lead you to growing into a better future. And once you're aware of yourself, you're going to have good self-perceptions about yourself. Positive self-perceptions, positive self-image of yourself, growing into a better person. So then all those insecurities, all those low self-esteem won't hit into your way. So once you have a good self-perception, you lead to the final step, which you'll have a good self-regard. Basically, self-regard is one's image of their self in their mind, which really affects to one's self-esteem. Those people who have low self-regard, they tend to feel insecure. They tend to feel lost of their identity, unsure of their worth. But those with high self-regard, they tend to know and understand their value, know and understand their potential and passion, and know which way they're going to go to reach their goals. So now that's all the tips that I could give on how to cope with a burnout. I hope that this video, this very first new video of mine, helped you guys to move into a better place, move into a better path, and change a better you. And if this video really helps you and gives you a new point of view on how to cope with a burnout, I'd really appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.